Boker Tov, everybody. Thank you for joining us. And this morning we're going to be continuing the Chovat HaLevavot, the Shara B'tachon. Today is the second day of the first Adar, and Baruch Hashem, we're able to learn together right here online for such a long time. Baruch Hashem, for many more happy years. Amen. Yesterday and the last few days, we learned about the fourth subject of where that a person does. Through his heart, chovat halavavot, the obligations of a person's heart, the choices that they make, Hashem puts it into our own hands, how we're going to make a choice between good and bad. Today, we're going to start learning the Chelek HaChamishi, the fifth part of things that we're involved in on a daily basis, and that's chovot ha'ivarim, the obligation of our limbs, of our bodies. Asher to'altam, so starts aval. Aval perush hachelek hachamishi. However, the explanation of the fifth portion is v'hu chovot ha'ivarim, the obligation of the limbs. Asher to'altam v'nizkam mit'abrim el zulato, that their benefit and something which their damage, God forbid, is connected to someone else. For example, tzedakah, charity, v'amaser, and giving a tithe to the Levi, v'limud hachachma, and teaching Torah to others, and also teaching people the good thing, what to do and what not to do. All of this is things that we're involved in, and that's the decision that we make have a connection to other people that we come in contact with. Ulahashiv ha'amanot, and to return debts or something that you've given someone to hold, you give it back to the person. Ulahastir haso, to withhold a secret from someone. Uladaber tov, and to speak good to someone. V'la'asot tov, and to do good. V'kibud avot, and to honor your parents. V'hachna et harashaim elokim, and to try to convince the evil people not to go against Hashem. V'horot b'nei adam darkei tovatam, and to teach people the good way, the good path, and also to have mercy on the poor people, and to have pity on them. V'lisbol cherbatam, and also to tolerate their embarrassment when they embarrass you for inspiring them for the service of Hashem. Unfortunately, there are some people like that. It's like a package deal. When you're trying to help people, some people respond negatively. Through telling people the great reward of doing mitzvahs, and unfortunately the punishment of someone who does not. So the straight way, the straight path of bitachon and Hashem in these subjects, in other words, any deeds which have an automatic effect on someone else, that a person should anticipate in their heart. To do all of these deeds and anything which is similar to them. And when opportunity will present itself, they will choose to make the right choices. Like we spoke yesterday and the days before regarding the fourth subject. How a person has to make the right choices. In other words, also when we're discussing the way your actions affect someone else, that's also part of the subject of how how Hashem gives us the choice that we should make the right choices. Our only central mission should be to come closer to Hashem. Not in order to achieve a good name and a good honor, and not to expect return, and reward, and not in order to become to be responsible and to be in charge of people. That should not be the reason. Some people, they want to rule people's lives. No, that should not be the reason. And afterwards, he should trust Hashem in the Kiven la'asoto mehem, that he figured to do between these actions. Kefi mashu rotzeh bo mimenu, achar sheyisabev alav, according to what the will of Hashem is. After you make the right choices, then Hashem will help you carry through. But one of the most important parts over here, and that we talked about yesterday and the day before as well, are the choices that we make. They play a major role in the proper path that we take. It's not only the actions, but it's also the choices that we need to make. Let's continue in the next paragraph. A person should be careful in all of his might, in all of his ability, in all of this. To keep them secret, to keep them quiet from someone who does not need to need them. When your action is hidden and you don't publicize the great mitzvahs that you've done, yes, your honor, your reward will be extra special. From what it will be if it's known. Now the Rebbe mentioned a number of letters that I believe it's from the quote from the Rashba. Mitzvah lefarsem osei mitzvah. It's a mitzvah to publicize those that do a mitzvah. So it's very special if you do a mitzvah to have a plaque or to notify or to make a celebration in the person's honor. It is a great mitzvah, not only to publicize good that happens in the world, but also that other people should be able to learn from that and to be able to also go in those footsteps. However, when it comes to the subject of doing a mitzvah secretly, and sometimes a person comes to me and says that they want to make a special contribution or a special dedication, and it should be anonymous. So first of all, I try to encourage them that they should do it with being identified, in order, like we said earlier, that it brings more energy in a sense to the good energy, and it also encourages other people. However, if a person is adamant, I really compliment them to say that this is what we're learning now over here, that there's something super special about someone who makes a contribution or a dedication which is anonymous, because that is something which is not supposed to be known. A mitzvah that a person does, in a sense, is much greater if a person does not publicize that which the good deeds, not only as far as tzedakah, also other good deeds, helping someone. It's something that's away from the eye, something that's quiet. Is definitely, there's a greater bracha there, and that's also very special. Sometimes he can't hide it. He should remember. He should remind him, which we prefaced. The benefit and the damage will not be from the creations. Unless only with the permission of Hashem. And if Hashem will bring about that the person will do a mitzvah, he should think in his heart that this is a good that this is a good thing that Hashem has brought to him. Shehitiv ba'elav. He should not be happy, he should not rejoice when they will praise him, when he will fulfill it. He should not desire, he should not look forward to a kavod, an honor that he will have through the action of this mitzvah. And then he'll brag. He'll be too proud of his actions. And therefore his kavanah, his intentions, will be less when we talk about his good kavanah for Hashem. Then he may lose his action, and he may lose his sachar, his reward. And the Chavat HaLvavot, and he says that he's going to explain this subject in greater detail in the special gate, in the special section which discusses reward and punishment. Bezrat Hashem, tomorrow morning we're going to be learning at 9:30 Kabbalah Cafe, And next week on Monday, Bezrat Hashem, we're going to continue with explaining the sixth portion of Al Perush Chelik HaShishi, a new week, and of course, Sunday morning with Rabbi Diamond. Thank you so much for joining us, and Bezrat Hashem, we should have lots of success. We look forward to learning with you tomorrow and beyond.